and I start the session in World Anvil. As we begin today's session, it's not going to matter so much what happened last time, as this is going to be a little bit different. If you look in World Anvil real quick.
I see it. I see the title. What is Halloween?
Well, it's a celebration from Meshathel that, it has its deep roots in some traditions of the region. No. So, in the months of spring, it is not unusual for people to, develop sicknesses or allergies with the changing of the seasons. It is rare, however, to have people assaulted in their dreams, as it has happened now for a few days. Now, none of you have been personally affected, but you have heard stories of this red lady that comes to people in their dreams, and they're not quite the same after that. What would you like to do?
So we've just heard, but we haven't have the dreams ourselves, or
Not quite, no. Although the recent encounter with Grimwald and the god creature is very similar.
because maybe I can try to talk to the people that had the dreams and try to make a illusion so we can see the details of what this red lady will look like based off of what people can remember, unless if they can't, which makes sense.
Is that something you want to try?
Yeah, I'll just kind of go, and if I can find people who are affected, who were visited by the red lady, and ask them just to describe how she looks like.
Okay.
I mean, probably will vary from people to people, but try to just
an investigation check, please.
All right, give me a second. Uh, 21.
21. It is difficult to get people to come out of their shells. In this particular scenario, those that have been afflicted, as far as you can tell given your investigations, have been people who, researchers, inventors, artists, intellectuals of various types, very guarded people to begin with, more so after such an event. But you managed to track down, as a matter of fact, some members of the Academy who might be willing to talk to you about either themselves or some family members.
And also, I'll probably ask whatever activities for these people that I'm investigating, just to see if there's anything that triggers the red lady, to visit. If I can just deduct from asking all the people that I'm investigating, probably just the people at the Academy. So.
Asking around with a certain, and I'm going to write this down because, of course, asking particularly Alephon Estiel from the School of Divination, who seems to be the most forthright in giving you any information at all. There doesn't seem to be anything in particular that causes these visits by the Red Lady. It's just something that happens, as far as you can tell.
What's his name? If Elson, is that how to say his name?
Yeah, Allison.
Elson, if he's comfortable, I would like to try to do the detect thoughts and see if I can see what he sees. Do the same thing that I do with Grimwald and try to see what he sees. And ask him to think about it if he's comfortable with it, of course.
Sure. I'm not sure what you'll find there, but try.
All right. Well,
Detect thoughts?
okay. Yep. It'll be just a ritual cast.
Ritual. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll just tell him to just wait. Just give me 10 minutes.
Yes, he is familiar with rituals. He is also a practiced mage. Grimwald, Christoph, what of you?
I would like to see study, like maybe in the library, to see if there have been any similar cases in the past, and if so, what people did to stop it.
I'm going to assist Christoph in doing that.
Okay. Make a history or religion check with advantage.
I'm gonna go with history.
History, okay.
That's 23. Thank God for the advantage.
23. Well, there isn't so much mention of this specifically. I mean, the closest thing you can imagine was Grimwald's recent encounter with Ayun, ? That gave you guys the new metal and spell. But this was different. There was no lady and there was no red, for one.
Okay,
You do, however, you do get a few accounts of scholars and other researchers who were said to be driven mad after searching for things that they were warned not to.
Okay.
What do you do?
So I'm going to, what's the word again? Pray. Meditate, that's the word. Trying to talk to Ayun, see if I can find an answer.
Okay. You've had this encounter now. You have spoken to either Ayun or an emissary, but much like before, your prayers are met with silence, as they have been for many years. The gods are not so easily reached just on a regular basis. Roll a d20 for me, please.
A d20, alright. That is a 14.
14. Okay. Kaida.
Yep.
You finish your Detect Thoughts ritual. I assume you try to go deeper. The guy, Allison, does not resist.
Okay.
You see a jumble of memories. A dark landscape, just black on black, and yet you can still see shapes and creatures and movement. And as you are digging around in this memory, you see some strange humanoid creatures all turn to you at the same time, eyes red completely and glowing. And from within them there appears a visage, strangely feminine, although poorly defined. Only the eyes glowing white, the rest being a pure red. Looking at you. You're not sure if this is what Allison saw or if this is something new entirely.
Mm-hmm. So everything's black, but the eyes are red, but the lady's eyes are white, correct?
The lady is red, but her eyes are white.
Oh, her eyes are red. Okay, she's red, but okay.
Hence the name.
Yeah. Got it. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And as you see the creatures in this hellscape start to rush towards you, you pull out of the detect thoughts.
All right.
When you do, Allison seems to be somewhat in pain, as if recalling an unpleasant memory.
I can kind of understand why, unless if that is the same memory. But I won't bother you anymore about it, seeing as it's a great discomfort.
Yes, that is appreciated.
But I'll go bother someone else.
Very well.
So I'm gonna go find someone who's also willing to.
Be careful. Be careful out there. She is dangerous.
I'll be all right. I haven't had any
you
weird
say
dreams
that.
so far. But well, yeah. Well, I'm off. So I'll just go find anyone else who's willing to share their experiences and compare the two or more.
Make another investigation check, please.
All right. 22.
22. Okay. Now knowing what to look for, you do find a few more people within the academy willing to share some experiences with you. They are all very similar situations where they had been doing research or reading or spellcrafting at some point, and during that night they were afflicted and found themselves unable to remember what they were working on.
Okay, so I'm just with this comparison, the leading case seems to be, at least with these of the people of the academy, it's just whenever they're researching spells or spell crafting, that's when it seems to trigger the red lady to show up, or at least that event.
Seems like it.
Okay.
And you've just been learning recently yourself.
But to my knowledge, have I had any events like that?
No, not so far.
Okay, yeah, I just want to make sure.
The impression you get is that the people forget what they were working on, but do not forget the encounter. So if you have had an encounter, you will remember.
So so comparing with my
Unless-
experience, I did make a, I did basically make a spell, but I have not yet been visited or had the event. That's it. So from the people from the academy, was this all from the same academy, or is it just from the separate academies?
Well, the academy is one academy. There are the different schools within it.
Sorry.
Yes, it's different people, different branches of magic study.
Okay, so it's not just it's not pinpointed on one school of magic, but it's pinpointed. It's all.
It seems to be, yes.
Okay.
Evenly distributed, or well, you wouldn't be able to know, but that's what it seems like.
Okay.
Grimwald.
Yes.
As you sit there meditating, your mind is recalled back to that space where you met Ayun, or an emissary at least. The calm water in this dreamlike state begins to get warm, then hot, then very hot, uncomfortably so. Do you want to continue?
Yes.
Okay. Temperature begins to rise, slowly increasing. Water begins to evaporate, filling your vision with steam. You hear a crack. It's strange, there's nothing solid around here, in this ethereal space. And then a visible rupture appears in your vision. Red light pouring in. Do you wish to stay?
I wish to stay, yes.
Very bold. All of a sudden, your vision of this space is completely clouded. All the water that may have been here instantly vaporized, all white. And from the other side, the red light that slowly grows to envelop all the space throughout before it all fades to black. One of his new toys, I see.
But what?
You've been learning.
Who are you?
I cannot tell you that.
And why is that?
My business is to prevent calamity. I have seen many things in my past. And there are some things that mortal people were not meant to know.
Such as?
Well, if I tell you, then you would know them.
I mean, I wouldn't really know the intricate details, would I?
But you cannot be allowed to continue.
Continue with what?
You see as your vision all in black with the red figure in front as it grows into massive proportions. Two hands next to you all of a sudden in what you would expect to be splashing water, but there is no more water. And they slowly begin to crush you.
Can I misty step behind him?
Roll a d20.
Ooh, that's a 4.
4. Unfortunately, you try and do your Misty Step, which is from your feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It is like somewhat biological what you are trying to do, and yet it is still a magical effect. So the magic is absorbed by the hands, or at least that's what it seems like, as they begin to grab onto you. Make a charisma saving throw, please.
Alright. That is 21. Charisma, you said, right?
Yes. Okay.
Yes, 21.
Just as you feel that maybe you are about to die in this dream space, you awaken all of a sudden, with Kristoff out nearby.
You seem shook. Are you alright?
Oh boy. Oh boy. Am I feeling okay?
You're feeling a little nauseous, dizzy. Symptoms of heat stroke. Nothing major.
Oh boy. Can I deduct what entity I just met?
How are you going to try? What are you trying to do?
No, like, so, from my knowledge of the gods and whatnot, are there any malevolent entities that I sort of know of that could fit this description?
Make a religion check.
That is a nat 20.
Nat 20. Of the gods you know to be evil, there's the classic ones. There's Tiamat, there's, what's her name? Spider Queen.
Mm-hmm. The Raven Queen?
No, the Spider Queen of the Drought.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
There are a number of devils, demons, other evil entities. None of them quite match per se. There are aspects, sure, but the specific is a little different. It's like a mixture of different deities.
Right. And none of the deities I know is closer than the rest.
Well, the closest one, and let me Pantheon JPG file. The closest deity that you know, that's Tiamat, that's Pelor, that's for you. Okay. The closest one, maybe, but this is not an evil deity per se, is Kamrush. I'm going to write that down, don't worry.
Thank you. Khmer Rouge, okay.
But that's not an evil deity.
Right.
But the representation is similar.
Is he... what... I have no knowledge of this god. Or deity.
Not so much, no. You're...
No. Me personally have no... I don't know enough about it.
Of course not. I invented them.
Oh, of course you did.
But your character knows that Khmer is generally benevolent, but also requiring some ritual purification involving fire. The wildfire druids usually are the ones who pray to this god.
Right. You see Grimwald just staring out into nothingness, trying to think real hard about what he's seen. Not finding the words to answer your question, Christoph.
DM, you said that he felt like he had symptoms of heat stroke. Does he look like he has symptoms of heat stroke?
I don't exactly remember what the symptoms of heat stroke are, but I think some of them are visible. Heat stroke symptoms. Google search never hurt anybody. Yes, there are some of these that are visible. So make a medicine check.
17 plus 18.
So your character also knows this.
Okay. I wish I had minor restoration right now, but the next best thing is cure wounds, so I'm just gonna cast cure wounds on him in the hope that it will help.
I mean, it doesn't hurt.
Does it look like it does anything?
I mean, he's not damaged per se, so it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, there is some positive effect that you feel take place. It's not immediately visible though, because he would still be dehydrated and all that.
I'm gonna say you wait here, and I'm gonna get something to drink, like what's it called? A container of water. I think it's pitcher. Yeah, pitcher. And I think wet towels help, right?
With what you rolled in medicine, you are aware of what to do more or less to help.
Yeah, I in real life don't really know, so that's
me neither.
Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna do whatever helps non-magical means to help the heat stroke person.
Very well.
Help first, ask questions later.
Kaida.
Yes.
Your search for people in the academy starts getting repetitive after a while. What do you do?
Well, yeah, after however many people shared with me, I'm probably just gonna try to. No, I'm probably just gonna try to go find Kristoff or Grim to explain explain my findings of these phenomenon.
I don't know where they are, though, is the thing. Where are you guys, Grimwald, Kristoff?
Are we either the inn or Theron's? I don't remember.
You know the Therans, right? That's our new headquarters.
Yeah, then we definitely didn't leave, so we're at Theron's then.
Yeah, no, we went to the library, then we went back, and then I meditated, and then, yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
Time cuts. For simplicity's sake.
Very well, very well. As you are recovering from this small encounter, you do find that a couple of the books that you had borrowed are a little bit charred at the edges.
The books about Nagas and whatnot, and the history books?
No, the ones that you've just borrowed to search for the Red Lady.
Oh, right.
Was there any actual damage done, or just
Just a little bit at the edges.
Okay.
You are probably not going to get fined for that, but if it got to a little bit more, yeah, the true horror. Fines. It is at that point when you are led into the chambers by probably Delvin or someone else from Theron's group to see this situation.
Yeah, Kai's just gonna be walking. Hey guys, I'm just gonna. What's going on?
Yeah, I was about to ask that as well, Grim. What was going on?
So, am I down from my heat stroke yet?
Yes, you will. Over the course of the day, you will be fine.
Alright. I meditated to try and find some answers, and instead of finding my god or whoever I met last time, I might have found the entity that are haunting people.
The Red Lady?
Red entity, yes. So he doesn't want us to learn stuff.
Yeah, I've picked up on that. I've been making my own investigations. People at the academy, there seems to be a theme over there. Whenever they're researching or spellcrafting, that seems to trigger the event with this entity. I've delved into one's mind and saw what I assume was what he saw in his dream. It's pretty interesting, but
Right. So the entity I met, however, this entity that I know is not malevolent per se, but the closest one I know of is called Camerouge. From what I know, the Wildfire Druids worship him, but the rest of his doing, I cannot say in certainty that that's his doing.
Wait, so you remembered everything that happened?
Yes. I do, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Kaido's gonna walk up now to Grim. If you wouldn't mind, I would like to look and see your dreams if you're comfortable with that. And
Are
also,
you sure you want to do that?
yeah, I've looked into many of the people at the academies. How bad could it be?
Sure.
So, but yeah, I'm just set to ritual cast detect thoughts again. So give me 10 minutes.
I'm gonna prepare another pitcher of water.
Very smart.
Whenever he's finished or when he's about to finish, I'm going to cast Sanctuary on him.
Okay. Sanctuary. What level is that?
Level 1.
Level 1. You keep it. That's your level 1 being kept for now. Okay. 10 minutes go by. How long does Sanctuary last?
So that it lasts for 1 minute, so at the end of his casting.
Got it.
Right, so he has a minute once he delves in.
So Kaida, when you start to detect thoughts, you get the last bits of him casting Sanctuary on you.
Mm-hmm.
And you go into his thoughts. Are you resisting Grimwald, or...?
No.
Okay. Going deeper?
Yeah. I'm just specifically looking for the obviously the dream. I'm not gonna poke around or anything else.
Okay. Looking around, Grimwald's memory and finding that specific instance that just happened, you similarly find yourself in this dark place. It's all very humid. And the giant red figure with its hands clasped around something looks at you and says, "You again. And so soon."
Again? Like, can I tell the difference between, like, is it like directed at me, or is it like directed like at Grimwald during the dream? Is this like?
No, it's directed at you.
Okay. I just want to see if I can tell the
The
difference.
figure is holding something with both hands, and you are on the side, and it's looking at you.
And so when I was at the camp and I see all those dreams of the other people, I can assume that it looked like the red lady, but this one looks different, or
It looks bigger. That's kind of it. That's the difference.
it looks bigger, but it doesn't look like it doesn't have like any features that I can tell that it's either masculine or feminine, or either way. It's just
the most, shall I say, the most gendered feature that this creature has is the voice, which sounds vaguely feminine but also very distorted.
it's like, me again. Oh, so you can see me every time I do this. Assume. How many times have I done this, God?
7 now.
7 times.
6 at the academy, and now this one.
So seeing as I'm in the stream, I'm seeing. Can I see what this person is holding? Like,
it doesn't. You try to get a sense of what it is. It seems like, because they're holding it on, like, with both hands clasped together tight, like holding something so that it doesn't escape.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't really tell. Although Grimwald would know that was him in there, except he's not there anymore.
Mm-hmm. So, I went, what you got there?
Mind your business, mortal.
Well, as you see, this is our 7th time meeting. I'm not really good at that. I want to know and understand why you're doing this. Why are you giving me
the big
some headache?
face goes really close to you, and you can feel heat emanating off of it. And like one of the eyes looks you up and down. Make an intelligence saving throw, please.
Would you say that's an attack, DM?
I would not.
11.
11. Okay. Looks you up and down.
And I counter a spell.
That it's not a spell. This is just something that is happening. Looks you up and down, like, you are not of my interest. If you wish to leave, you should do it now.
And what happens if I don't?
Looks towards its hands.
What? Sorry.
The creature looks towards its hands clasped together, and squeezes.
Do I feel pain in the other plane?
A mild sting.
Ouch! God damn it! What the fuck is he doing in there?
What does that mean? Person? Red?
Yes, Christoph, like that.
Wait, what's this?
Except red.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Before we continue, are there any changes on Kaida at this point from the outside?
Make another medicine check, please.
Hey, God.
Yes.
5.
Since I know this is like a dream, so would you let me? Because like there's like the things of like lucid dreaming. If you know you're dreaming, you can kind of control the
right. Yes.
The kind of like the what's happening in the dream, so would you let me imagine that Grim was just next to me?
Because this is not your own dream, this is Grimwald's mind. I would need you to make a...
I was just wondering if that was possible, or else I'm going to try
let's say persuasion check.
Persuasion, okay. Because, yeah, I think it'll make sense to try to influence his dream to make something happen. Yeah, I was wondering if that was possible, or either I'll probably try to make myself as big. Is this red figure like huge?
Yes,
very huge. Yeah, I'll probably try to make myself like as big as the red figure and try to see if I can intimidate or match.
Again,
figure.
Because this is not your own mind, I'm going to need you to make a persuasion check. Grimwald, let's see if you allow this.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yes.
So, like, whenever he looks at my memory, right, what do I do outside of it? Like, do I... Am I like, watching him watching me, or...
I mean, you can be doing whatever you want. Detect thoughts, it has a range, so you can detect the thoughts of someone else. They don't necessarily even have to be aware of it. Because you are aware of it, is because I'm allowing this to happen.
Right. And what time frame would you say this is happening?
Seconds.
Seconds, okay.
I mean, yeah, the dreams.
Time in the dreamscape passes differently.
Yeah, true, but right. So what's that about allowing something?
Kaida is trying to force something to happen in your mind, in his dreamscape. So the persuasion roll is to see if he can, quote unquote, convince you that it's also happening in the dream.
Right. So I gotta roll.
No, he has to roll.
Yeah. Right.
So would I roll like a deception check instead of persuasion just to try to trick? Well, never mind. I mean, it's not like it's the same. It's the
both could work, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have any modifiers to it, so it doesn't matter. It's just.
Well then,
yeah. 14.
14. Okay.
14%.
What's your wisdom, Grimwald?
14.
14. Okay. Well, there you go. So what are you trying to make happen, Kaida?
So I'm gonna try to imagine, since I don't know where Grim is, I want to imagine him that he's just besides me, so I know where he is, or at least behind me.
Grim, you find yourself back in your own mind.
What is happening?
I'm kind of surprised that worked.
I look at the hands of the creature.
You are outside of them.
I cast banishment on the creature.
So hey, Grim's like, what the fuck? Banish.
The thing is that you're in your own mind. I'm not sure if you. Interesting.
Can I explain to Grim what this situation is before he does anything?
No. Grimwald finds himself outside of the grasps of the red creature
Let me just
and
read
immediately
what
casts
banishment
banishment.
does. Let me read something real quick. Hold on.
Gone. Thought.
And,
Yes. Yes.
THOGHT, right? Thought. As in.
Yeah.
Not the other one, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Banishment 5e.
It goes to his home plane.
Goes to his home
Or
plane.
a harmless demiplane.
No,
Yes.
no, that's true.
After charisma saving throw, of course.
Right, of course. That's the charisma on this thing. Oh, great. That is an 11.
Oh, he doesn't save. That's a fail.
Okay. The big red creature looks directly at the both of you. And right before vanishing says, "Oh, you don't know what you've done." Vanishes.
That was unexpected. Still trying to take in that I summoned Grim to me.
I mean, you're in his mind. You can.
I would say just thank him away because you're in your mind, but
I think
that
it's
works
time we
too.
go, Qaeda. I'm not sure which plane I sent him out to.
You go first, just in case if anything else is gonna happen.
You wished me here. I'm not even real, you know?
I mean, I'm still.
I'm joking, I'm real, and then I vanish.
Okay. Go back to the control room of your mind.
I'm just like, I'm just gonna kind of get a little bit confused, and then I'm gonna try to just use like illusion to make it a version of Grim in front of me.
Okay. Sure.
I was like, all right. It's like, okay, now I know that one's not
And,
real.
and suddenly you see down at your hands and they're carrots. You're still in my mind.
Yeah, I know. I'm still here.
You can definitely hear Grim's voice narrating, speaking to you if you're still in there.
Oh, okay. Well, I should probably get out. Seeing as my carrots are my hands are not carrots. But seeing as there's no big red entity anymore, I will withdraw from my detect thoughts.
Okay. You are not quite as affected by the effects of the Red Lady as Grimwald was. You're just thirsty.
As you wake up again, you see Christoph standing there with a pitcher of water. Just a glass of water.
Oh yeah. Can I just
keep
go walk
forgetting.
and just grab the pitcher instead? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I keep forgetting that Qaeda is a dragonborn and has immunity against fire.
Well, he's not that kind of dragonborn.
Oh, well, fair enough.
It should be lightning, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I can make.
It's
Yeah,
resistance, not immunity.
resistance,
Immunity
but I
would be
can.
OP.
I mean, I thought I do have like a action where I can be immune for a minute.
Right. But like.
But obviously, I didn't trigger it, but it's not just passively. But yeah, I'll just go ahead and take a large gulp of the cup of water. And meanwhile, I'm taking that cup of water. I'm gonna to catch Kristoff up on everything. I'm gonna pull the memory strand of what the fuck just happened and give it to him.
I gladly accept. And after my mind is done processing, I just look at both of you and go, "You absolute madman." That is got to be the biggest power move I've seen, and I am all here for it.
You know, Kaida, you saw where his hands were, right?
Yeah, it looks like he was squeezing something. I don't know.
Yeah, he squeezed me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's where you were.
Yeah, I tried to get out of it while it happened, and nothing worked. So, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Now we have a bigger problem. Where the fuck did we send him?
That I can't help you with.
Make a perception check real quick.
Anyone
who would like?
That's a nat 20.
Nice.
That's,
17 for me.
Nat 20 for 22.
15.
Yep, 15 and over. Right where Kaida was standing before getting water, a circle of ash with symbol on it.
Do you recognize that symbol? Anyone?
Do I recognize the symbol?
You do not.
we? I'm gonna get a piece of paper and copy the symbol.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna try to find anything that I can just collect the ash.
The ash begins to smolder.
I'm gonna do a sending to the demon friend that we had a long time ago.
Who?
Asking if he's available.
Candor?
You remember the circus and then the tiefling, I mean.
You're right, yeah, Candor.
Yeah.
Candrith.
I'm gonna do a sending towards him and ask if he's available.
Where is he?
And if he could possibly help us.
Yes, Kendrith. Okay. You finish that, and you see the circle with the symbol has started to catch fire.
I'm assuming I didn't have enough time to copy it, the symbol.
It's still in the same arrangement.
Oh, okay, perfect.
But it is beginning to catch fire. And y'all are in a brewery.
Yeah. Give me a second. Just a second. Fuck. Ray of Frost?
I mean, I guess.
Can I prestidigitation it?
You between both of those things, you do manage to extinguish the flame.
And half of the brewery is now in frost. Great.
Well, half of the room. I mean, I assume you can control it somewhat.
The range is 60 feet.
Yeah, but it's.
But yeah, if you say I can control
it's
it,
a cold,
sure.
It's a cold laser. Is what it is, no?
Yeah, it is.
It's not cone of cold.
No,
that would be that would be different.
Mm-hmm. Oh no! Oh yes.
But hey, I mean, whiskey on the rocks. Okay.
So the version that I copied, this is not catching fire, right?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna ritual cast comprehend languages just in case this is some kind of language.
Okay. Does comprehend languages tell you what language it is, or just lets you read it?
Lets you read it. I think.
Okay. It is.
Yeah,
I think.
Yes,
just
it's
double
just.
Okay. It really is very simple. It just says burn.
That's fair. And
But certainly it doesn't look like any other language you've ever seen before.
interesting.
Well,
this will
remind me, what languages you know?
me. Oh, give me a second. I need to find out where I wrote it down. Common, Elvish, Dwarvish, and Draconic.
Nope, no languages that you know.
I know the same ones, plus Raptorkin and Sylvan.
Nope.
Yeah, no, I don't know Infernal at the moment.
Kaida?
The Draconic and Prentice Language Elvish, so not really much.
No,
there.
none of you know this.
This is more checking about my character. Would I know how Celestial looks?
Celestial isn't really written very often, so make a history check.
24.
24. There are aspects that are similar, but it's also not that.
Okay. This is worrying, I relay that. It's similar to Celestial.
I think we should go back to the library. I check on the books that we borrowed to see if they are any more burnt.
No.
No, okay.
That seemed to.
I bring them with me. I bring them with me to the library.
Yeah, considering the general theme of fire, perhaps we should not be around books right now.
I mean, true, but nah. Let's go to the library. We need more information, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Just in the back of my mind, I'm always ready to cast Frostbite in case anyone catches fire. Which is a cantrip.
Sure.
Just letting you know.
You are aware that by holding that particular cantrip, you are beginning to be cold yourself, but okay.
Fun, I like it.
Okay, you go off to the library that is in the same district.
Did I keep my 4th level, by the way?
Was that banishment?
Yeah.
Let's roll for it. Yes, you do.
Oh my god.
But remember, that can only happen once.
Yeah.
Because of the patch notes.
Yes.
Patch notes.
That's fine. That's
Alephon
fine.
version 1.01. Anyway. You go off to the library.
I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna first return the books.
The damage is noticed, but since it's not serious and you are a cleric of Ioun, you are not charged for it.
And then I'm also gonna ask for any books on devilish, fiendish, and whatever 9 hells deities.
Well, those are part of the reserved collection. Follow me, please. You are led down a series of pathways with your companions in tow.
Actually, Mr. Bookkeeper, sir.
Yes.
Can we also get a book or two about the deity Camus?
Well, those happen to be in the same section, actually.
Perfect.
Not too dissimilar. Few differences here and there, but other than that. Keeps going. I assume that you keep following.
Yes.
Yeah.
and leads you
The
to
trust in this bookkeeper is really high. I mean, if he was a fiend, we wouldn't even know it, you know?
Yeah.
That's how much I trust him.
I mean, these are people of Ayun as well.
Yeah, exactly. I'm safe.
I would give my second born child to this person.
That's what you think. Anyway, you are led to the special collections that are usually not allowed to leave the library. Well, first for Camrouge, that would be these three right here. Points to one of the higher shelves. Let me unlock those for you. As for devilish and fiendish matters, well, I'm going to need you to be a little bit more specific because it's all of that. Points to 3 entire bookshelves.
Yes, that'll do.
Oh, okay.
I am not entirely sure what we're looking at. And then I ask Christoph for the paper. Or the symbol that he copied.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Can I just make like a little figure of what I saw that was presumably the red lady just like walking around Kristoff's shoulder?
Okay.
Are you trying to get us hanged? No, don't answer that. Don't answer that. Yes,
Lord.
God damn it.
The librarian seems unconcerned at the moment, as he is looking for specifically what you want from the devilish and fiendish books that they have.
So we know that the symbol means what again, Christoph?
Burn.
I think it was burn.
Burn, right? Yeah. So it means burn, but what it is and who made it, we don't know. And then, do I even see the red little guy?
Yes.
And I point to the miniature figure. That is what we're trying to find information about.
Well, I mean, that just looks like an elemental to me. I don't quite understand what we're doing here.
It's dancing now, just on Kristoff's shoulder as like it's being pointed out.
An elemental. Yeah. It's the books on elementals. Do you have those?
Yes, those are over there, actually.
Okay.
You start to get the sense that the special collection is all about the outer planes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So, would we have free reign in the special collection, or is he going to have to give us each book that we request?
He'll because these are locked. So he'll just unlock the ones that you need.
Right.
And go off to tend to other business.
Right. Did I ever get a response, by the way, from a tiefling friend?
You did. This would have happened on a day when there are no classes, so yes, they would have been available at basically any point except lunch, because lunch is important for them.
Okay, and then I would have responded by telling him to come to the library that we're at.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I'm guessing I don't keep both of my third level spells.
For sending?
Yeah.
Well, you keep one.
Yeah. I guess I can't. Yeah, no.
You cannot keep the other one.
No, not like that. But if he didn't send, yeah, never mind. I have to keep resending for more messages.
Yes.
Yes.
Anyway, you know that they'll be here in maybe a couple hours.
Mm-hmm.
So which books are you researching?
I researched the elemental one.
Okay. Christoph?
Trying to...
I'm looking at the Camrush books.
Okay.
I'm just grabbing a random book.
Random.
No.
You gotta choose, because the librarian's not gonna let you pick anything.
Alright.
You can choose from somewhere else. This is just...
Yeah, sure. I guess I'll just choose for something else.
Okay, roll a d12.
Alright, give me a second. Four.
4. Left or right?
Right.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. You choosing somewhat randomly, you end up with a book about Veralion, one of the patron god of the empire.
Oh, great. Okay.
Hey, you never know.
Mm-hmm. I'll just scroll through that quickly.
So, Christoph.
Yes.
From Camrouge, you make a religion check, please.
Yes, sir. That's a 13.
13. You gather the basic tenets of the cult of Camrouge. How fire is a tool both for creation and for destruction, and how sometimes to create, sometimes you need to destroy the thing that came before, and so that has a few variations for different peoples. Like I said before, for the wildfire druids, old growth needs to be burned down to allow new growth. For more city folks, it's sometimes some dwarves worship Camrouge because metals need to be melted, that sort of thing. A lot of talk about cycles.
Okay. Are there any themes relating to either calamity or forbidden knowledge?
Not really, no. That's not something that this religion is particularly concerned with.
Okay.
Just that if there is new knowledge, you need to get rid of the old one that is now irrelevant, essentially. For example. For Grimwald, what were you researching? The elementals?
The elementals, yeah.
I assume the elementals of fire.
Yes.
Okay. The book you begin with is one about the plane of fire, and how some of the basics of how the prime material plane is some combination of all the 4 elemental planes. The plane of fire being the one that provides quote unquote energy or fire. The others being more material in nature. Talks a little bit about the city of brass and the inhabitants of the plane of fire, that sort of thing.
Anything about which deity they might worship or might be used by to do stuff?
The concept of deities. You also make a religion check.
That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
No, wait, no, not mine. 18. I thought that was 2. Never mind.
Okay. The concept of deities is one that is mostly relevant to creatures with souls, and that is most creatures on the material plane. Not all of them, though.
Right.
Elementals, it says, are spirits or animated whatever that are pulled from the planes, from their respective elemental planes to the material plane, and then when they die in the material plane, they just go back there to the elemental planes. It's not. There is no mention of a god because the elementals that live in the material plane don't really have a need for one.
Right.
There are powerful creatures, there are powerful individuals, genies, for example. There's fire genies, water genies, earth genies, etc.
Anything
more.
Anything about elementals being able to infect dreams?
Nothing about that, no.
Interesting.
Interesting indeed. And Kaida, you get the founding story of the Empire and how it was settled and created, and how Veralion revealed to the first Emperor what he was to do and all that, and gave them the inheritance curse / blessing. That I believe you've heard about it before from, maybe it was Organia.
All right.
DM, does
Yes.
it say which languages fire elementals use?
I mean, elementals in general, it says they communicate in a sort of primordial language. It's not is its own thing, and each elemental has its variation, like a dialect.
Right. So they speak fire elemental. Gotcha.
Essentially, I think I think in the book it does have a name, like Ignan or something like that. There's also Terran, Aquan, and the other one for air.
Right.
That's what it's called, but it is the same. They're different dialects of the same language, which is primordial.
And anything about it being able to use runes or like other forms of magic than native?
Well, there is no mention of a writing system.
Right.
If there was a writing system, there could probably be an adapted. It could be adapted from something else.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Some elves would use elvish letters for translating primordial, for example.
Right.
Nevertheless, what you have, it does not look elvish.
No. And I can't remember if I've seen Infernal script before.
You have, or well,
Does it...
no, you were there when the horse turned into a nightmare at the circus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Does
was
it
that
look
had
similar?
What's his name? Amadeus.
Yep, Amadeus.
Amadeus did have an infernal thing scribed onto him, and that was what turned him into a nightmare. It does not look like that either.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
After a first round of reading, you see Kendrith, the white tiefling that you had met previously, walk into the library, escorted, of course, by another librarian.
Yes, you're here to help.
You should hope so, yes. How may I
Can
be
you
of assistance?
Can you remind me again, DM, what he does for a living?
He
what
is in the School of Divination, so he looks at
School of
things.
Divination? Okay.
It is his job to know things.
Right. So I'm gonna give him the copy of marking, I guess. The copy that Christoph made. Do you recognize this?
I mean, it's very simple. It's not. Where'd you find this?
So here's what happening. A few people in the city is getting infected by a red lady in their dreams.
So I've heard, yes.
And Kaida, where's Kaida?
He's over there.
I'm reading
Kaida.
a history book.
Can you summon the thing again to show our friend?
Yeah, Kyle will be scrolling through the pages, and he'll just like flick his finger in the direction and make the just a bigger version of the elemental, and it's just dancing about.
And then we. Oh my god, it's dancing. Jesus Christ.
I'm also gonna use minor illusion and make a slightly shittier version that is
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know my illusion can also make noise, so it will talk like how it was during the dream. So we'll just start singing random things.
Okay. As you are making your illusion reproduce this noise, it doesn't quite sound the same. Still.
Got it.
I see.
Oh boy. Yes. So I meditated and we met this entity. And he said something about information that we shouldn't have. And then this was all in my dream plane, in my mind, so to speak. And then I basically tell him what went down when Kada went in, and I banished him. And then when we got back out, he left this mark on the ground with ashes, and things started to burn.
And I quickly managed to make a copy before we froze over half of the house in order to stop the fire.
Yes.
Right.
We know it means burn, but we don't know which language it is, and we have yet to identify the entity other than either Khmer Rouge or a fire elemental.
Actually, Kamrush is probably not the case. He doesn't seem to care about knowledge at all, except for discarding old knowledge when you gain new.
Yeah, and fire elementals doesn't really write stuff, I guess.
No, indeed they do not. Although he also starts to cast comprehend languages. No, I do not. This does not seem familiar. But you say you met the Red Lady, and you still have your wits about you.
Yeah, so what happened is basically I was in a dark, humid room, plain area, and then a red rupture began, and there he was.
And
a red being.
You banished this being?
Yes.
From your dream?
And yes.
That is very strange indeed.
So here's also something crazy. In my dream, as it happened, I got grasped in his hands, right? And then I woke up, heat stroke, whatnot. And then Kaido over here went back in, wished for me to be behind him So then I appeared outside of his hands, and then I banished him. And then the red being was like, you don't know what you've done.
Well, that's unsettling.
Yes. And that was X amount of hours ago now, so where he ended up, he is back, I guess?
Candrith pulls out his own piece of paper and starts copying down the symbol again for himself. I would be very careful. From what I've heard and from what you've told me, the lady in red does appear to only those who search for things that apparently she doesn't
Sorry,
like.
You might cut out. What did you say?
That the lady, the red lady, only appears to people who are searching for things that she doesn't like for some reason.
Right.
What that reason is and what it is that they're looking for, the people don't remember, so they can't tell. What have you been looking into?
So the books that me and Christoph borrowed, what books were they about again?
Before?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure. These would have been to figure out who the red lady was, I imagine.
Right. So, in recent times, we went looking for information about who the red lady might be with books from the library, and they ended up a bit scorched on the edges. Earlier than that, well, I looked for the red lady herself when I was meditating, and before that we were researching. What were we researching again? The new metal. Did you ever find a name for it?
No, there is no name for it. It is new.
Right. We were, I look at Christoph and Kaida.
What kind of new metal? Did I miss something?
From the previous session, the one that Ayun revealed to Grimwald that made a solid version.
I talk about the hardened light.
Yeah, that one, but the metal that was the original that you copied.
That one I don't know.
Metal gemstone thing.
Yeah.
Oh, the spell.
I can.
Yeah, the spell.
I understood metal.
Well, the spell made an illusion of a metal, and you were looking into the metal. And Kaida specifically was looking to recreate the spell.
You know, now stuff makes sense again.
How I can just summon a minor illusion of what the metal looked like?
You can, yeah.
And I'm gonna show it to the friend here.
Well, I mean, sure, that's a metal, but it doesn't seem very special to me. That's not my expertise. I'll leave that to you.
It doesn't have a name. Yeah, no, it doesn't have a name yet. We were... So, Fuck. Well, I had a dream of someone, of Ayun, giving me information about stuff that could advance humanity. And we've been looking into it. What that information entails.
Oh. Well, then
because
maybe we have a bigger problem than you imagine.
Yeah, because we're technically at war with some Nagas and whatnot. So
he looks very confused at that. He's like, "Oh, okay, Sure,
Yeah,
whatever. I don't think we have time for that.
No, we don't.
You were revealed information directly from my own.
Mm-hmm.
And...
Hey, you want to see?
Visited 5... No. I think it's better I don't. And now you are being pursued by someone who does not wish for mortal people to advance. Oh dear.
Oh no. See,
we were
none of
dead.
us were haunted by the Red Lady. I actively sought her out.
And you banished her.
Yes.
It is at that point, Grimwald, that you hear in your head a familiar but less distorted feminine voice. Well.
Oh boy.
I suppose I have to thank you for that. I have bigger problems at the moment, but I will come to you at some point. And that's where we will end the session.
Oh
no.
fuck.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh no.
You done fucked up.